Hey guys, welcome back to Film Discover. Today we'll talk about the biggest Dr. Pimple popper extractions ever. Let's head into it. Number 1. Pimple that looks like a human brain.
Shaving the scalp would probably make things easier for me to see.
Former Tim, who lives in Walstenburg, North Carolina, explained he had a 12-pound lump on his back for at least 10 years. He told TLC viewers, "It's heavy. I'm walking with a limp due to the extra weight. I've seen doctors, but I've kept putting it off. But the lump is in the way. Driving a tractor hurts." Due to the mass, single Tim doesn't go out with his friends and hadn't dated for years. Dr. Lee described the bump as the biggest she had ever seen, adding it's a world record-breaking lipoma. But she warned, the bigger the bump, the bigger the closure. It's not something I take lightly. The reality star said she was determined to whip out the lipoma, a benign tumor made of fat, in one go, using the smallest closure possible. She said, "I have given birth to 2 baby boys, and neither one of them was the size and weight of this that I took out of Tim's body. It's the heaviest mass I've removed." Tim, who was delighted with the operation, said, "I've got back to the dating scene. Dr. Lee has changed my life. She's an awesome lady." The latest video comes as millions across the globe have become hooked on watching the famous doc explode gross pus-filled spots and cysts. She already has more than 1 million followers on her YouTube and Instagram accounts. Initially, surprised by the popularity, she suspects we just hit our love for watching pimple popping, and now we're all out of the closet with the knowledge that so many others like the same thing. It's part fascination. Part can't look away, not unlike watching a car accident, she said. Number 2. The lipoma that weighed more than a newborn baby.
I'm hoping, praying that Dr. Lee will remove my lump today.
This patient went to Dr. Pimple Popper for a large lipoma he had on his shoulder for almost a decade. Not only did he say that it caused him pain and discomfort in his day-to-day life, but he also was emotional during the initial consultation because he wasn't sure if Dr. Lee would be able to help him. Dr. Lee initially felt the lipoma to ensure it was not life-threatening before she removed it. After an examination, Dr. Lee felt confident the lipoma was benign and she could safely remove it. The mass was roughly the size of a rugby ball, and Dr. Lee was, of course, excited to remove it. Though the patient had the lipoma for 10 years, it only took Dr. Lee 10 minutes and 5 seconds to remove it, almost in one fell snip. Afterward, Dr. Lee weighed the lipoma, and it clocked in at 9 pounds and 2 ounces, roughly how much a newborn baby weighs. This emotional case was not only a satisfying removal to watch, it was amazing to watch how happy it made the patient. Number 3. ASMR forehead cyst. Dermatologist Sandra Lee, MD, also known as Dr. Pimple Popper, is dabbling with some new to her trends this week. Her latest trend to try is ASMR, or Autosensory Meridian Response. Her latest YouTube videos features a whole lot of whispering and a whole lot of satisfying cyst popping. Dr. Pimple Popper described what to expect in the caption. "This patient is a true popaholic," even describes the procedure as being like ASMR. Relax with her and her cute little pop. Her popaholic fans were dialed into the procedure. One commented, "That was intense. Having a cyst super packed into such a small area looked hard to work on. It's been a while since I've seen this kind of complicated cyst removal. As always, love the suturing. Dr. Lee is the best. It was seriously intense and yet soothing to watch." Dr. Pimple Popper goes through her usual steps for cyst removal. This one has some surprises in store for her and her fans though. Fans were concerned about how deep Dr. Pimple Popper were digging for the cyst sac. "Did you leave the brain intact?" Her patient keeps chatting away, so it appears intact and fully functional. The derm also found time to knock away a few whiteheads. She went way back in the popping archives and pulled out some satisfying cheek pops. She captioned this bonus video, "Monday Memories," reminiscing on these extractions from 2014. Oh, how the time flies. Hashtag Dr. Pimple Popper. Hashtag memories. BU. That was a satisfying and soothing walk down memory lane with the one and only Dr. Pimple Popper. Number 4. The Jungle Full of Diamonds. This is one of Dr. Pimple Popper's best pops, named the Jungle Full of Diamonds. This case started when Dr. Lee found an interesting pop on a patient's chest during a body exam, though it looked like a blackhead because the pore was so dilated. It was actually an epidermoid cyst under the skin. An epidermoid cyst is a common type of cyst made up of dead skin cells called keratin, and Dr. Lee described the cyst as looking like pulp because of its slightly soft texture. Dr. Lee said it was easy to miss the cyst because the patient's chest was so hairy, but of course, she wasn't fazed. Dr. Lee went in with a scalpel to remove the cyst, and once she opened it up, she was able to squeeze most of it out in one satisfying and gross shot. She then went back in with the tweezers to dig out the rest of the cyst and was able to squeeze out every last drop and sew the patient up to heal. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.